Cinnamon Animation!
Hi, today I'm a Rasta Barbie because I'm going to talk about the story behind Barbie movies. Do you know those movies that many girls around the world have watched and dreamt about? And I was one of them. I think those movies really formed a whole generation, and today we're going to discover why they were even created. This story starts in 1995. This is a really important year in animation history because in this year the first 3D full movie was created, and I think you know what I'm talking about. It's Toy Story. It's always Toy Story. This movie really changed the whole animation universe because for the first time they discovered that a new style of animation was not only possible, but it was also really appreciated all around the world. Before Toy Story was created, I think you know that Disney didn't want to have any 3D movie, and they even fired John Lasseter, who is Pixar producer, because he was a Disney worker and he wanted to create 3D cartoons, and Disney didn't want to. But Walt Disney Animation is not the only studio that didn't give trust to John Lasseter and to Pixar before Toy Story. Mattel is the industry that created Barbies. When John Lasseter and Pixar wanted to create a full cartoon about toys, they knew that children would have liked to see on the big screen some toys that they actually used, like toys that existed in our world. So they thought, let's ask to Mattel, what if they could give us Barbie maybe for a movie? And Mattel just said no. They said no to the story. The official reason for this is because, as they said, Barbie is a toy that is meant to represent the player's personality. When a child plays with Barbie, they have to see themselves into the doll, the toy. So if we give a specific personality to the toy, the whole meaning is going to be lost. I think the reason behind the choice was that Toy Story and Pixar were not trusted by anyone because like the 3D full movie was something that had never been made until that moment, and no one really knew the studio, so like they didn't want to associate their name with a studio that no one actually knew. It was a big mistake because, as you know, in 1995 Toy Story was a great success and it's my favorite brand. So after this moment, many things changed. Thanks to that, we now have Rapunzel in 3D, we have DreamWorks in 3D, we have Shrek in 3D. Disney tried to have deals with Pixar and eventually it bought Pixar. And above all, Mattel, I think they changed their mind. Let's see if you remember what happens in Toy Story 2. Yeah, Mattel not only decided to give their character to the franchise, but they did it in grand style. They really created full Barbie scenes, and she is also an important character in Toy Story 3. I think the gag with her and Ken is really funny. In the following years, Barbie even made all of this. So they really changed their mind fully because like they understand that the formula that Toy Story was using, which was having 3D characters that were really similar to the toys that were going to be sold, it was a really efficient way to sell lots of dolls. Mattel started to have their own Barbie movies with a doll that was really similar to the real Barbie. She was the main character of these cartoons, so that the dolls that were going to be sold to children were really similar to the one that they could see in the screen. And also they had really different dresses because, as you know, in the movies there were different stories with different characters that of course their body and face are all based on the Barbie prototype. But they have different names, different hair, different dresses, so they sold so much thanks to this. And beside the mere marketing topic, I think that the choice of making those Barbie movies was awesome because like they created a whole universe that I think was really well made, and the stories touched exactly the points of fantasy that were more interesting and precious to us. For example, I remember that in the 12 Dancing Princesses, there was the idea of having a whole secret garden and a whole secret world inside your own room. Like, it was something that I think every child wanted, like to have their own wonderful space, that it was a secret and that it could be reached by a secret formula by your room. So my favorite one was definitely the Barbie on the Lost Island, because like I've always dreamt to live in a wonderful wild place, having the chance to talk with animals and being the only one so you don't have rules, and you also speak with dolphins, and then you have a mysterious background that is then discovered by someone new coming to the island. It was great. I think the Barbie plots were really adventurous. So thank you so much for following me. I hope now you know something new about Barbie movies and animation history. Let me know what's your favorite Barbie movie. If you liked the video, leave a like, and see you for next time.